Hi, this is Dr. Deena Manion. I'm here today talking to Alexis, who was a guest on the Dr. Phil show and came to Awakenings for treatment. And we're just going to follow up and see how she's been doing since she was on the show.
Hi, how
Alexis.
are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Yeah, you look a lot different than when you were on the show.
A lot more healthy, I'm sure.
A lot more healthy.
And happier.
And smiling. Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about what it was like being on the Dr. Phil show.
Well, on the Dr. Phil show, I was really anxious and nervous. Obviously, I've never been on TV before, so it was a lot. I didn't expect it all to be about me and my fiancé. I kind of thought it was going to be digging more into some traumatic situations that I've been in when I was a little bit younger. But to my surprise, it was mainly about me and my fiancé, who's in jail at the moment. I did feel really scared and anxious, but after I was done with it, they told me I was going to come to Awakenings to get some help. So I kind of had a bit of an excitement as well, but a little bit still upset because it was an emotional time for me, especially when they told me that I couldn't really, once I get probation, I probably wouldn't be able to talk to my fiancé anymore. So that kind of hit home. So it was just a weird mix of feelings of also I can't wait to see what's going to happen, to also stuck in that moment.
So when you were on the show, were you expecting that Dr. Phil was going to have that many people there to kind of help you and be involved in what was going on with you?
No, I didn't expect it. I went from being homeless, living out of my car, to literally all these people around me trying to help me and trying to guide me a more positive way, which really did surprise me. I just wasn't used to it at all.
So since coming to Awakenings, you've been really working hard on yourself. Can you say a little bit about what you've been doing in treatment?
Yeah, we do neuro, we do alpha stim, we do breath work, DBT, we have process groups, we have meetings with our therapists, like me and you. We have meetings with our psychiatrist, with a doctor, all of that good stuff.
And so all of that combined, it sounds like you've really been able to not only work on what's been going on with you in the present, but also you've been looking at some of the issues that you've had since childhood.
Yes, I was able to kind of discover that I've had some PTSD that have started from when I was a lot younger than I expected. I assumed that my PTSD and my depression, anxiety started when I was more of a teenager, but then I realized when I digged a little deeper that, especially with you, that it kind of stemmed from things that happened when I was in my younger years or really young, and I'm able to work through it. I used to not really be able to open up with how I feel or my emotions, and I was able to break down that wall and actually show my family and show my friends exactly how I'm feeling. Which is a big step for me because I was never able to do that before. And I was never able to cry in front of people, and now I'm crying in front of millions on the Dr. Phil show. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit more about your family. So part of the process at Awakenings is to do pretty intensive family therapy. Can you tell me a little bit about what that was like?
Yes. So with family counseling, usually I was really scared at first about doing it. I didn't know how my parents would react to things that I was saying, because most of the time whenever I did end up opening up, that it was always a fight or an argument or a lecture. So I didn't expect it to be a very positive situation. But every time that we've done family counseling and have done even if it's over FaceTime, that it's really has helped not just me, but also my parents understand me. I have, like I said, I was able to break down some of the walls and able to apologize to my family for some past attempts of suicide, and also some things that I've done that I really regret and wish I could take back. And it kind of caught them off guard, and even my sister was part of it, where she was able to see this other side of me, and they're all saying how they're proud of me and how they want me to keep staying sober and doing all that good stuff.
Is there anything that you would say to somebody who might be getting into drugs or alcohol at a young age, or getting kind of wrapped up in the wrong crowd?
I would say just listen to your gut feeling. If you really have that bad sense that you shouldn't be doing something, or if a situation doesn't feel right or unsafe, then just don't put yourself in that position. It can affect future careers. It can affect pretty much my whole life. So I don't think anyone deserves to be, stuck in drugs or stuck in a bad situation where they can't get out of.
So I bet people are wondering right now what your legal situation looks like and kind of what the future holds for you.
Yeah, well, currently I have an attorney. She said that I could possibly get probation, or she's going to try to really get me to get probation, and that she might be able to get it completely off my record, but we are still waiting to see how everything works out. I have court coming up in January.
On the show and before the show, you had worked with Coach Mike to kind of talk about your goals and some of the things that you want to do. Are those still the same goals that you have now?
Yeah, they're still the same goals. I still want to be a tattoo artist, be a makeup artist. Like, I would still love to do that stuff. But, I mean, like I said, I'm living day by day. I'm still in treatment. So I'm going to focus on my sobriety and my treatment for now. And then I'll work towards all the other stuff afterwards.
Okay. The therapy at Awakenings, what was that like for you? The group therapy and the individual therapy and the therapy in general?
So the group therapy, I think, is actually one of the modalities that helps me the most. It's really nice to be able to talk about how you feel, or even things that have happened, and have a group of people supporting you, and even just one-on-one therapy as well. Like, having you as my therapist has been amazing. You actually listen and you tell me things that I don't want to hear, but I want to hear. I told someone that you make me happy and sad at the same time. Like, I could be crying.
That's my specialty.
Yeah. you can have me crying, but then I'm also like, how does she know how I feel? But I feel like that's one of the main reasons that what actually broke me to open up to my family is the therapy that I have here to actually help. Yeah.
And you have a lot of different group therapies. I think the one thing about Awakenings that's really nice is that we try to put people in groups that have similar issues and very small groups. Can you say a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I'm actually in the substance abuse group. We have a really close-knit group. We're really good friends. We're pretty much like family at this point. We're able to talk freely without feeling like we're being judged, or we just feel unsafe. We feel very safe. We feel very at home, and I live with all the people in my group, so it's nice to have someone I can just...
A lot of support.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself continuing with seeking that kind of support for yourself when you leave?
I do. I am going to go to AA meetings. I'm also going to keep in contact with a lot of the friends that I've made here in treatment. And I'm just going to go to meetings a lot. That's pretty much honestly what I'm going to do. Good. I really want to stay sober. I've realized from what I've done in the past, all the drinking and the drugs, all it has done was got me to a bad place where I lost literally everything. So it's nice to actually have my family's trust again, my family's support, and that they're proud of me, and I can actually work my way up to having a normal life again.
Yeah. I'm really proud of you. You've done a lot of really good work, and you've been really motivated, and I think that you've put in everything you could to do this. And that's super important, because that makes a big difference, when you're really that invested and taking advantage of everything being offered to you. Do you want to say something to Dr. Phil?
Yes. Dr. Phil, I just want to say thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I know a lot of people who didn't want to give me a second chance and kind of just wanted to throw me away into the jails and lock me up forever. So I really appreciate you giving me this chance to show that I'm not a horrible person, and that I can change, and that I can, live a normal life and be a productive human being on this earth.
Thank you, Alexis.
Of
Give
course.
me a hug. I'm so proud of you.